Hey guys, it's April. Thank you for joining me in this climate change module. So I'm really excited to teach about climate change. It's something that I'm really passionate about. It's something that I enjoy learning about. When I was at Central Washington University, when I first started going to school there, um, I applied for the College of Education because I knew I wanted to be a teacher, but my grades weren't good enough to get in. So I was 2 years into college. I didn't really know what in the heck I was going to do. I just had to start taking some classes. And I took a geography class, and I absolutely fell in love with the study of our planet. So my very first degree is actually geography, and I minored in environmental science, environmental studies. So it's something that I think is really, really important. It's something that I think I've witnessed personally in my life. And it's something I think it's really important that we all kind of get a better understanding of what it is when we talk about climate change. About 7 years ago, my husband and I took a vacation with my parents up in Alaska, and we went to Glacier Bay National Park. And Glacier Bay is famous because of its glaciers. So there's glaciers that come right down to the ocean. It's just absolutely spectacular. It's a huge park. It's beautiful. So we got to park our boat in front of Johns Hopkins Glacier. We spent all day looking at glaciers calving, and the sights and sounds was just unbelievable. And that night we got to anchor in front of Reed Glacier, which is again a huge glacier that comes right down to the ocean basically. So we got to hang out there, and that's where we parked for a couple nights. 2 years ago, we returned to Glacier Bay National Park, and we went to Johns Hopkins Glacier, and we anchored again right in front of Reed Glacier. And the difference was astounding in a negative way. Both glaciers had receded hundreds and hundreds of feet from where they were previously when we were there. There just was not as much wildlife that was there. And the place that we actually got to anchor in front of Reed Glacier was like newly exposed land, basically. It had not been seen in millions of years. So the fact that in 5 short years we could see with our own eyes that difference in the glaciers in Glacier Bay National Park was just, it was unbelievable. And then when we were in the park, we went to many lectures by scientists and rangers, and they all said that within my lifetime, all of the glaciers will recede from view in Glacier Bay National Park, which means that if you want to see glaciers, you would have to take a helicopter ride, basically, because they will not be visible anymore from the park. So that, to me, is really devastating. It's upsetting. And it just further solidifies my view that climate change is being caused by humans, and something needs to be done about it. So I know that climate change, this topic, is somewhat controversial. I know that there are people who just do not believe that it's real or that it's happening. So if you share that viewpoint, that's fine. All I ask that in this module, you watch, you read, you listen, you learn, you discuss, and then you formulate your own opinions when we're done with the module. So that's all I'm asking. Just keep an open mind. Learn as much as you can learn. We're going to look at both sides of the argument in this module. We're going to understand what climate change is, what it is that we're talking about when we talk about climate change. We're going to look at the science. We're going to hear from both sides, and then we're going to see what could be done in our personal lives. And then really at the end, you're going to decide, is climate change real? Is it something that I need to be worried about? Okay. So thank you for voting for climate change. I'm really excited that we get to do this module, and I'm looking forward to guiding you through it. Okay. Thanks, guys.